Welcome back to Julie's Wreath Boutique. We have another fun video for you. And both of these ladies are from Julie's Biz Boutique. Yep, they are members of my exclusive group. So if you are a creative, if you are a YouTuber that loves to create and you need help with your online creative business, I'm where you go. So click on that link down below to get into Julie's Biz Boutique. It is a subscription group, but I have two more ladies for you tonight. They took part in what I call the YouTube challenge. I challenged them to post on their YouTube channels, to make reels, and to be consistent. And you know what they did? They did just that. So in reward, I have promised them a spot on my YouTube channel. So they're going to show you two amazing crafts. First up is Angie. Now, if you listen to her accent, you're going to figure out she's from Canada, but she will bring such fun to this project. And hopefully she doesn't set her backyard on fire with this one. So you're going to need to watch. But she's going to show us how to make a very cute and easy rustic star to use on so many different decors. So make sure after you watch this full video to go to both of the YouTube channels that I linked down below and make sure you subscribe, because we're here to support other creators. So without further ado, we have Angie from Shabby Chic Vintage Chicks. That's a mouthful. So let's get started.
Hello everyone, I am Angie, the Shabby Chic Vintage Chick, and I am so happy to be here. I don't even know if there's a word to explain how happy I am to be here. Now, I also have to add that I am so appreciative to Julie for having us do a little bit of our crafting here on her page. Thank you so much, Julie. And if you want to see more, please jump on over to my page and check it out. I do a bit of this, that, and everything. Today's project, though, is going to be working with wire and an Amazon box. An Amazon box and wire. You will need that, and of course, like some sort of little knife or something to cut your cardboard. You can use scissors as well. And then we're going to need a torch. We're going to have lots of fun. But if you want to see more of my crazy crafting, come out and check on my page, please. I do a lot of decoupage. I do resin. I do cardboard crafts. I do paper crafts. I do a lot of crafts. A lot of crafts. Crafting is my life. Anyways, thanks. Let's get at it. Okay, so I've got a template of a star that I printed off on the computer, and I use that because I'm not very good at drawing a freehand star or or cutting one out freehand, so I needed a template. And to actually cut that out with the X-Acto knife, it did take 3 times of going around, but I didn't think you needed to see the first 2 times. I thought you'd kind of get the gist of it. But yeah, a little bit of pressure with the X-Acto knife and 3 times around, and it cut it out perfectly. Now I'm just taking the wire and I'm going to wrap it around this star to the best that I can, right down to the points. I did leave a little bit of wire at the beginning for a stand or to wrap it around the top of my Christmas tree or, you know, just to hang it on things. So I kind of twirled that up to get it out of the way, but it's still there and easy to access. And I'm just wrapping this. Now, it took me 9.5 minutes. I timed it because I knew someone was going to ask. And I did speed it up and cut little pieces out just where the wire got tangled, just because I didn't think you needed to see all that. But now we're just going to continue twisting. And you can see I love doing these little twirly whirls. I don't know what to call them, but I'm kind of going in one direction. I'm holding my thumb on the wire and twisting it into another direction. It's making this cute little spiral. It's great for getting different areas where I didn't think I was getting coverage, doing it just by straight wrapping. And it adds a little contrast to it. It's lots of fun. So then once we're done, we're going to twist our ends together to make that little tail that's hanging and then press it flat. And we're going to go outside and have. So now we're outside and this is the best part. And here's one that I've already done. And this was the topper for my Christmas tree last year. This is the best part. I got the propane torch and we're going to light them up. Okay, now I'm doing this in real time. I didn't speed this up, and I could have, but I didn't because I know people are going to say, doesn't it burn faster than that? Or how did you get it to burn that fast? Did you use an accelerant? And no, I didn't. I just used the cardboard and the torch. And people are even going to say, oh, why didn't the snow melt? But it does melt a little bit, but you got to understand, it's really cold outside right now. And the torch just isn't that hot on that. It's like, it melts it a little bit, but not enough that it's going to make it totally go away. Otherwise, we'd be outside torching our yards, to be honest. I'm joking, of course. But it's fun to do. It does take a little bit of time. I suppose if you really wanted to speed up the process, you could probably, you know, soak it in beer maybe, or in a gasoline or something, but that sounds a little dangerous, to be honest. This is just quick and easy and fun to watch, and it's really kind of relaxing. Now I'm going to do one that I'm holding it up. It burns a little faster because, again, it's not close to the snow. But it's a lot of fun to do. Just be very careful. If you don't have snow to do it in the snow, make sure you have a bucket of water really close, handy. Do it over the sink maybe. But it's a lot of fun. While you're doing this is a great time to also think about all the different uses that you could use these for. Now, I already showed you that last year I used one on my Rustic shabby chic Christmas tree. It was kind of cool. I had some rustic ornaments, and then of course I have some crystals on there, and it tied in beautifully. Now, the one I'm working on today, I'm going to show you how to display it in a different way. And if you come back and you check out my page this summer, for all of my American friends, because I'm Canadian, for all of my American friends, I have an amazing idea. You'll want to take maybe 5 of these, and we're going to turn it into some beautiful, absolutely gorgeous patriotic decor. Also, you could think about spray painting them. Maybe you don't want them rustic. You could spray paint these in a nice gold or a brighter silver because they are kind of tarnished after you burn them, but that's the look I was going for. You could cover them in a spray adhesive and then add glitter to them to make them sparkle. There is so many things you could do. If you have some ideas, why don't you drop them in the comments and we can chat about it. Maybe there'll be great ideas for future videos for Julie or for me. Anyways, I hope you're enjoying this. It's a lot of fun. And let's get back to the project. Okay, so I got this piece of ribbon, and I know that I want it to be just a little bit smaller than the width of the star. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in for the center of the star, kind of like this, and I'm going to fold these in. And I don't worry about things being perfect. That is not my kind of crafting. It's about having fun. It's about being rustic. It's about enjoying the process. It's about learning something new each time we do something. So you can see one tail might be longer than the other, and I don't worry about it. Now, I like to take a zip tie for this kind of bow. If you don't have a zip tie, you can take some twine or something, but you're just going to squish this up. Now, I do like to make sure this part underneath kind of gets tucked under there first, because I don't like that to stick out, and I've seen it happen. Okay, and that really bothers me, but that's just a personal pet peeve. So I'm squishing it up. I'm going to take my twist tie or my zip tie, and I'm going to put that on in the center. I find this really helps. Sounds funny, but it really helps because I have sore fingers. And although it does hurt to pull on that, I would never get it this tight with a piece of twine. It just wouldn't happen. So let me grab a pair of scissors. We'll get this snipped off, and then we'll fluff it up. Now, you could leave your bow just like that. It is super cute, but I do want to hide that centerpiece. So I'm going to take some twine, and I'm just going to cover that centerpiece with some twine. You could use white ribbon. You could use black ribbon. I happen to have a black and white twine. It's going to look beautiful. And then we are going to dovetail these ends. I really hope you're dropping some ideas for what you would use these stars for in the comments. I can't wait to read them. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm so happy that I could do this with you all. Would one of these work on a wreath? What do you think? Could you have a rustic wreath that has a cool star like this hanging in the middle? I'm just curious. I'm not a wreath person, but I thought it might be cool. In closing, I'm going to show you how I displayed this in an old vintage frame. I think it looks adorable. I hope you really enjoyed this. I know I enjoyed being with all of you. And until the next time, be creative.
Okay, Angie, that was amazing. I'm so glad you didn't set your yard on fire, especially in the winter, but here's a little secret. She made this video about a month or two ago. So I'm a little late to posting it. So that's why there's still snow, but it's Canada. So they might have snow anyways. But listen, yes, you can put that on a wreath. Absolutely. And spray paint them for red, white, and blue. I would love to see a full wreath with all kinds of stars on it. So, so cute. So make sure to go subscribe to Angie's channel. Okay, so next we have Darla from Darla's Wreaths and Teas. Not only does Darla make beautiful wreaths, but she does sublimation for signs for wreaths, and she does t-shirts. So she has a wealth of information. So do me a favor, watch how she makes this beautiful Easter wreath, great tips for you, and then subscribe to her channel, Darla's Wreaths and Teas. So get ready to be wowed by this beautiful wreath.
Welcome to Darla's Wreaths and Teas. This is a 14-inch frame with a custom Easter wreath that I created. These are 10-inch deco mesh cut at 16 inches. I am doing the cruffle method where you curl up two ends and then scrunch up the middle, and then place it on each of the ties. I will be doing this all the way around the wreath. This is a light purple, and then I will be coming in with a dark purple, doing the same method. I curl up a little bit on each end, clip one and flip it, curl up the other end about twice, scrunch up the middle, and then place it on the tie. The same method is done all the way around the wreath in every tie. Gives it a good contrasting color for the wreath that we are creating. Next, I use some boards for my ribbons. This is a 12-inch board that I use to wrap my ribbon around to create this. I have chosen these 4 ribbons to accent on this wreath. So I take it, and if you don't have the board, you can also do it with your cutting mat. But with the board, I take it and then I wrap it just around however many times I need. right, so next we take the ribbons that we just created, take one of the sets, and then you scrunch up the middle of the ribbon. Put it on the twist tie. I usually twist tie about 2 to 3 times, and then separate the ribbons so they all show. But here you want to make sure you can have it alternating like I do. So you have the purple, the silver, purple, silver. Then you'll take your next set, which would be the other two, scrunch it up the middle, and attach that to the next tie. What I usually do is pull up and then separate them. And we just do that. And then I usually go in and cut my twist ties after I put the tails on. It's your preference, really. After you have all your ties on, we're going to attach this beautiful custom-made sign that I created. And I do create custom signs, and I do create signs for your wreaths. So if you're interested, make sure you definitely subscribe. So these are called mounting squares. So I put one at the top and one at the bottom. And then I put a pipe cleaner in each one, so that way I can attach my sign to my wreath. Take the pipe cleaner, and then I usually twist it on there about 3 to 4 times. This is a lightweight sign, so I don't need to add any other adhesive or anything. If you have heavier signs, you'll definitely want to add a touch of hot glue if it's heavier. But this is a light metal 12-inch. Now we're doing the bow. I use the Easy Bow Maker. Due to issues with my hands, I am still working on doing them by hand. But with the Easy Bow Maker, it just makes it a little easier for me. I usually take it with my tail down, usually about 6 to 8 inches. Do my loop, twist, do the same thing on the other side. Bring it down, twist, until I have enough loops that I want on my bow. And if you're using more than one color, just follow the same thing. Do your tail, your bow, or your loop rather, and you're twisting at each turn until you're happy with the bows, how many loops that you have, and then you simply just cut it off. Here I'm just kind of fluffing the bow a little bit, which I'll fluff more. I use a pipe cleaner. You can use a zip tie, but I generally use a pipe cleaner. And then I twist it on the back. So it's nice, tight, and secure. And then I'm going to attach that to the one side of my bow, or of my wreath. And once that's secured, then I will go in and really fluff the bow to make it all stand out. If I've used various colors, make sure all the colors show, all the loops are nice and full and fluffed up. And now I'm going to go in and I'm going to dovetail my ribbons, fold it in half, cut up, and then you have a beautiful dovetail. I do that for all my ribbons like this that are on bows. Just gives it a more clean, crisp appeal to your item that you're creating. Just take it, fold it in half, go up, and then you have your dovetail. Do it with all the tails that I put in as well. So now that's attached. Now we're going to go and put our beautiful sign on the wreath. So that is attached on the opposite side of the bow. This is a gorgeous Easter wreath fit for anybody's front door, to give to anybody, and to welcome the Easter season for the holiday. And there is the finished wreath.
Darla, that was absolutely amazing and beautiful. And thank you so much for sharing your expertise. I want to learn how you make those signs. Listen, that is an art. So, and I don't know how to make it. So listen, guys, if you enjoyed both of these YouTubers tonight, go to their channels. I'll have them linked down in the description box below. Go to their channels and subscribe. Ask them questions in the comments. Connect with them. They have great content and you're going to want to learn more. So I appreciate you being here and thank you so much for supporting my YouTubers from Julie's Biz Boutique. That they're just like my baby chicks, right? Especially with Angie tonight in her name. So anyways, thanks for watching. As always, we'll be back soon with another great video on Julie's Wreath Boutique. Bye-bye.